What's going on, guys? It's me, July Fan 2016 here, and today we have the GeminiJets July 2024 release this week, guys. I'm excited to see what GeminiJets has in store for July 2024, as I'm really excited because we just began the month of July, and tomorrow is Independence Day, so why not GeminiJets celebrate it with a release set for July 2024? So I'm just super excited about this. So yeah. As you can pretty much see, of course, I'm just gonna go through all these releases. I'm not gonna go into much of the future releases, but look how much they took out all the release stuff. So we're kind of left with a couple of models on this release batch. They did add the Emirates A380 in the Wimbledon special color scheme, and then I think this is still there, this Qantas A220. But I'm excited to see what GeminiJets has in store for July 2024 to kick off the Independence Day holiday season. So I'm super excited about that. So let's get started. So as you can see, the difference is, so we got the May/June 2024 releases. They actually originally was gonna title it, I think, May releases, but then it ended up having a hold of a month. So now it became the June 2024 releases, or May/June 2024 releases. And I think that's reasonable because June was Airlines International 2024. So we're gonna get started with a couple of models. So we're gonna get started with this Air France Boeing 777-300ER, which unfortunately it was in the old GeminiJets mold with the 150% too big landing gear and the C mold. I was really much expecting this. I knew this was gonna happen, so I can't really complain too much about GeminiJets. But if that's how the company wanted, that's how they want to do it. So yeah, quite unfortunate that happened, but hey, it is what it is. And then we also got the Delta 767-300ER in this, not 300, the 400ER in the Sky Team livery. I think GeminiJets did a great job on this model right here. You also got the Eastern Express Saab 340A, which I think GeminiJets also did a great job. I think they fixed the nose landing gear on this aircraft, which is absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, you got your Lufthansa 747-400, of course, another one-piece mold right there, as you can see. But it's still a good mold regardless. I mean, it's kind of the mold is quite outdated for a 2024 model. Now, as I look into all the various stuff right here, these are the 1200s. I do want to look at that PSA Retro Heritage. Whew, man, she pretty. That's all I can really say. She pretty. She looks absolutely gorgeous from all the antennas, the beacon light, and just super excited to get that model. Well, there's gonna be a Airliners Hall video that's coming soon. And yeah, this is kind of hint for what's about to come, so I'm super excited for that. You also got EMUA 1 as well, if I can find it. There's EMUA 1, so as you can see, overall, I think GeminiJets also did a good job on the 1200 EMUA 1. And yeah, it's almost in line with the engine models, which I've seen some images already. So yeah, and then you also got the MD-80, MD-82, the McDonnell Douglas MD-80 from TWA, also looking very nice as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the May/June 2024 releases. So I'm excited to see what July has to offer. And overall, it's a really great set. Everything is by it now. And yeah, I got a couple of models from that release set during Airlines International. So yeah, here we are, the July 2024 releases from GeminiJets. Now, before I get into that, I was at Todd Michaels' seminar during the Airliners International 2024 convention, and he did say that the next release set, which is July 2024, will come out it'll come out on July 3rd. And when you know today is July 3rd, Todd kept that promise. So here we are. And yeah, Todd really did a good job on the seminar speaking. He kind of go over how long does it take until GeminiJets does another release batch. He also talked about how models are made, and then yeah, how they go through all the shipping. So great work, Todd, on that. And yeah, I can't wait to see a video of it from World Airline Historical Society. But outside of that, we got the July 2024 releases on GeminiJets. We are halfway into 2024, and let's see what GeminiJets has to offer for this release set. So without being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just have to take a sip of water first, and we'll get started from here. So without being said, let's get started with the GeminiJets July 2024 releases. So we're going to start things off as I scroll down. Here we go. So let's get started with, okay, so we're going to get started with a Cubana oh my god, what kind of aircraft is this? Oh, this is an ATR. This is an ATR 42-500. So nice to get some Caribbean varieties right here. So here she is right there. Looking very nice right there. I like the various features the aircraft is. It's like a small version of the ATR 72, but they just called it ATR 42. So really cool right there. The aircraft registration is Charlie Uniform Tango 1240, and the price for this aircraft is $50.95, which honestly, yet again, the price increases is the reason why, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, so we got our Cubana down. Next up we should have, oh man, wow, okay. Wow, we're going into very cool things right here. We have a Delta Airlines Boeing 767-400ER in the Colors of Motion or a Delta Flat livery. Okay, this is a really cool retro model that I may consider adding at some point. So, I think it was like June 2023 at some point is when we got the Ron Allen or interim livery for this aircraft right here. Now we're getting a Colors in Motion aircraft right here, which is absolutely very cool. So, what a nice retro model right there, and hopefully I can try to get this model by next month. So, really nice that GeminiJets is knocking out the 767-400 varieties right there. So that aircraft is registered November 829er, Mike Hotel, and the price is $63.95. So really cool retro model to get things kicked off for the 1400 department. Next up, and we do. Oh man, oh my god, wow, woo, okay, nice one, GeminiJets. Holy crap. So now we're getting the Colors of Motion MD-82. Oh my god, wow. MD-82 or MD-88. Oh my god, in the Colors of Motion livery. Wow, that is a nice addition right there. Wow, what a lineup of Colors of Motion aircraft. So we got the 764, MD, and the MD-88. Wow, that is absolute effort from GeminiJets right there. That is so cool right there. So I think that's also added to my list as well. So really excited to get this. Not sure if NG models will make one, but it all depends. But we'll just have to wait and see. So that aircraft is registered November 941 Delta Lima. So really cool that GeminiJets has released a Colors of Motion MD-80 from Delta Airlines. I think many retro collectors have been requesting this. So there it is. The Colors of Motion MD-88. Alright, so now we move on. I see an Emirates, and we do have an Emirates Airbus A380 in the Wimbledon livery. Wimbledon 2024. So they just recently revealed this livery. So as you can see, here is the Emirates Airbus A380. So kind of like in the Emirates regular standard livery, but then you have the official partnership of Wimbledon, which is like a tennis tournament in Great Britain. So really cool that Emirates is promoting Wimbledon. They are the official airline, and yeah, this livery was already revealed a few days ago. I think it was last week when Emirates posted on their Instagram about the Wimbledon livery, and GeminiJets already straight up decided to release this model in 1/400 scale, which I can't really complain. It's really cool that the Emirates and GeminiJets partnership is going strong, and yeah, eager to see if I can ever catch this model and get this aircraft in real life, but we'll have to see. But it's a really cool livery regardless, despite it being in the standard livery. So that aircraft is registered Alpha 6 Echo Oscar Echo. And the price is $77.95. And I think I forgot to mention about the MD-80's price, which is $56.95. So those are your Emirates right there. Let's see what we have next. We have a FedEx Express Boeing 757-200 Special Freighter, or SF. Now, I did see these aircraft like not days ago, but I've seen these aircraft before. But yeah, it should be cool to actually get. I'm not sure if the last one they made was an NG model from like 2020, but it's been a while since a 1/400 FedEx 757-200 Special Freighter was released. So really cool that GeminiJets is knocking that out of the park. And yeah, so we have our FedEx 757. I may try to, I would like to get this right now, but I don't know if I can really do that. I'd rather just hold this off and then, yeah, probably wait for later. But it's still cool to add to my collection. So this aircraft is registered November 921 Foxtrot Delta, and the price for that aircraft is $58.95. Alright, so now we move on. Next up, we should have a Lufthansa Cargo Airbus A321 P2F passenger to freighter. And yeah, I think, did Angie already release this already before GeminiJets did? I couldn't really recall, because like I've been doing a lot of videos and then doing a lot of releases. But it's really cool to see another iteration of this Airbus A321 P2F from Lufthansa Cargo being made in 1:1 scale. And overall, it should be a very nice model. I mean, like the A320 family mold from GeminiJets is the weakest out of like many of the molds they have. One of the weakest. The engine size of the CFM is what really is the problem alongside the nose, but I can't really complain too much. Todd Michaels did say on his seminar, but that's, yeah, Todd Michaels said on his seminar that not, like, all the models that are being made in, like, 1:1 scale and 1:2 scale are not 100% perfect. Mostly, they would prefer the actual full-scale aircraft rather than, like, some people would prefer, like, if you want to go for perfect and professional, the full-scale aircraft should be the trick. Once again, these models are made by hands, like, sorry guys, so these models, of course, are made by hand, so it's not really all too perfect. Not even engine models, despite being their brand name next generation models, they do struggle on a couple of QC issues, which that's kind of like, it is what it is for like the model plane manufacturers. So yeah, but if GeminiJets can at least improve on like the errors they have, then yeah, that should be better. But other than that, it should be a very nice model regardless, and I still think this model should be a nice addition for the German collectors. So this aircraft is registered Delta Alpha Echo Uniform Charlie, and the price is the same price as like the Delta MD-8. So now we move on downwards. Next up, a port. Wow! Oh my goodness! Look at this beauty right here. So we have a Porter Barbarian-Dash Q400. So I think it has been a while since GeminiJets has done a Q400 release. I'm guessing the last one was somewhere around 2022 or 2023 with that Flybe release. I think that's the last time they had a Q400 release. So really cool to get a variety of Porter. They do operate these mainly like on their shorter routes within like Canada or the US. But it's really cool to see that GeminiJets has yet again made another Q400 in their release set. So it should be a nice model for the Canadian collectors right there. So that aircraft is registered Charlie Golf Kilo Quebec Charlie, and the price is $52.95, which is kind of like a price for like a regional jet at this time. So now we move on. Oh my god! Oh, I just saw United. We have a Reno Air MD. Okay. Let me go back. Oh my god. So we have a Reno Air McDonnell Douglas MD-90. So what a nice addition for a retro airline right there. That's gonna be an awesome model for the retro collectors, and I may consider trying to get this. Like, I may try to get this model at some point. I mean, like, it's really cool that this MD-90 has been released, and it has a sticker. It says Ski Lake Tahoe. So yeah, Reno Air is kind of like based, I'm guessing they're based out of like Reno, Nevada, despite their name. But yeah, they would like operate routes within like the Sierra Nevadas and all the way to like California and other states in the West Coast. So really cool that Reno Air operated these kinds of like operations. So really cool right there. Really cool that GeminiJets has released this. So that aircraft is registered November 905 Romeo Alpha, and the price is the same price as for like the Delta MD-88 and the Lufthansa Cargo Airbus A321 P2F. I did see a United Airlines aircraft, I think. So let me see what that aircraft is. And that is going to be in the Boeing 767-400ER, and I'm guessing this is the Evo Blue livery. It is in the Evo Blue livery, so really cool that GeminiJets did a take on their Evo Blue 767-400. NG has already did one, and Panama has already did one. So it's really cool to see that GeminiJets has entered the market on releasing a Evo Blue United 764. That's really a nice addition. I would love to get this model though. However, I think I want to like diverse my 767-400. So I'm just gonna get the NG version of this aircraft. And as for that Delta regular livery 764, I'll actually get the Panda version, so I can like do a model comparison on that. So I'll pass, but for those collectors who want this model, then yeah, go for it. So that aircraft is registered November 76064. I'm guessing that's the registration that's the 764 from United that first wore the Evil Blue to be on a 764, and they use this registration. And the price is the same as for like that Colors of Motion 764. And that's gonna do it for the 1-400 selection. So very nice variety of retro and modern aviation within like the North American region. Majority of them is like North American, but we also got some Emirates right there. They really did, yeah, a few Europeans as well. They really did went heavy on this. They did went heavy, and yeah, they did went heavy on the North American side. But I do love the diversity of retro aviation and modern aviation in the 1-400 section. So that is an excellent work from GeminiJets right there. I really like that. So yeah, really cool stuff. These two are in my interest, alongside with Reno Air and the FedEx 75. Alright, so that is our 1-400 counterparts. So that's our 1-400 releases. Now we get into our 1-200. So let's see what our 1-200 releases are. So let's get into it. So let's see what we have. First, we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 in the Allegheny Heritage Livery. They did like the PSA and PSA and Piedmont already in the May/June releases, so now they're releasing Allegheny right there in the 1-200 counterpart. So yeah, really nice to see Allegheny coming in a 1-200 scale, and that aircraft, of course, is November 579er Uniform Whiskey, which is the aircraft registration, and the price is $110.95 for a 1-200 Airbus A321. All right, next up, as I scroll down. Next up, we have a Delta 757-200. So I think it's the Gen 2 aircraft. So as I pull up, it's the Gen 2 aircraft with the emergency exit windows. I did fly on a 757 already, but I do want a 1-200 Delta 757 with the Gen 1 version, Gen 1 configuration with winglets. So that would be like 622 and 623. Those are like the examples I could think of. So yeah, really cool that GeminiJets has released a 1-200 Delta 757 again, and hopefully I can see NG do like a 1-200 757 Gen 1 version. So that aircraft is registered November 683 Delta Alpha, and I think they did release the 1-400 counterpart last month or 2 months ago. And the price for that aircraft is $114.95. Next up, we have an Everest Air Cargo McDonnell Douglas MD-83 Special Freighter. So they did release this, I think they released this last month too. So nice to see that this model is now getting a 1-200 counterpart right there. So yeah, Everest Air Cargo, I did see the sister ship of this registration, November 965 Charlie Echo. Excuse me. Here, let me reread the registration again. So November 965 Charlie Echo is the registration, and I did see November 964 Charlie Echo at Sacramento's McClellan Airfield. So yeah, I did see the sister ship of this registration right here. The price is $112.95. Alright, so now we're moving on downwards. Next up, we have, so we're releasing the FedEx 757-200 SF this month in 1-200 scale and 1-400. So that's really cool. Nice to get some varieties of both 1-400 and 1-200 of the same aircraft right there. So can't really go over too much about this, but this aircraft has the same registration as for the 1-400 counterparts. And yeah, the only main difference is that this aircraft is in 1-200 scale, and the price is the same price as this Delta 752. Alright, now we move on. Next up, we have, of course, I think this is like the Mexican government, like some kind of form of Mexican National Guard, something like Mexican Police Boeing 727-200. I'm thinking this, cause I heard some people that this is actually a police aircraft, like an aircraft for the Mexican police. It says Guardia Nacional, so I'm guessing this could be like the Mexican National Guard, as if I were to guessing, or it could be the Mexican National Guard or the Mexican Police Force. But yeah, it's either of those. So that aircraft is registered X-Ray Charlie, November Papa Foxtrot, and then you got this registration. I'm not sure if this is like the ship number or fleet number, but the fleet number of that aircraft is Gulf November 402. So yeah, that's the Mexican National Guard 727. Alright, so now we move on. We do have, okay, so we have the Airbus A321 from Lufthansa Cargo, the P2F, also releasing in 1/200 scale, just like the same, basically the same month as like they're releasing this model in 1/400 scale, so that's really cool right there. It's the same registration, of course, but the difference is it is in 1/200 scale, and the price is the same price as like this Allegheny aircraft. Alright, so next up we should have, moving on downwards. Oh, wow, okay. We have a Pan Am Boeing 747 SP. Oh, man, and what's the aircraft name? Clipper Blackhawk is the aircraft name. So, really cool that Gemini is doing a PSA, what am I thinking? A Pan American 747 SP. So, that's really cool. I'm hoping this can get released in 1/400 scale next month. But other than that, that should be an awesome model for the retro collectors. And yeah, Pan Am, technically they are the unofficial flag character of the United States. But yeah, Pan Am, they were like really big during the 60s and like the 70s and like the 80s. And yeah, you would mainly find a lot of 747s operating for Pan Am. So that's really cool right there. That aircraft is registered November 539er Papa Alpha, and the price is $200.95. And now moving on, next up we should have, okay, so we're gonna have a flaps down version. So really nice to see a flaps down version of this aircraft right here. And yeah, the only main difference is it's a $9 price increase, coming in at $209. But it's the same registration, same livery, but it's cool to get a flaps down counterpart for this aircraft. And now moving on, we have a Qantas DC-3, nice. So we got some nice varieties for the Oceanic collectors, mainly Australia. So here's a Qantas DC-3, looking absolutely very fantastic with all of its like colors and the Australian flag. And yeah, really nice model for the retro Australian collectors as well. And yeah, for those who love the DC-3, that should be another nice addition to your collection. So that aircraft is registered Victor Hotel Echo Bravo uniform, and the price is $84.95. Alright, so now we move on. Next up, we just have, okay, so that is Vasco, and this is an ATR 72-500. I'm not sure if I could try to pronounce this the aircraft manufacturer's name right, but here we have a Vasco ATR 72-500. So, really nice addition. I'm thinking, is this like a Vietnam airline, I'm guessing? It might be. So I can see like the flag. It has like the yellow star with a red background. So I'm guessing this is a Vietnamese airline. So really cool to get some variety of models from that region, Southeast Asia. So that's really nice right there. And overall, I think the 1/200 ATR, oh boy, I don't know what to say about that. Because like I did see the Aer Lingus ATR 72 in 1/400 scale, so I'm already looking at this ATR 42-500. I'm not sure how that's gonna turn out, but as for this model being made in 1/400 scale, yeah, I don't know. But on that, I think the model should look nice in 1/200 scale. So that aircraft is registered Victor November Bravo 221, and the price is $89.95. Alright, so next up, and that is it. Oh, actually, we do have our 1/72 scale, and yeah, I think we should have one. So let's see what our Cessna or what Piper plane they're gonna be releasing. What is that? And that is a Cirrus aircraft, Cirrus SR-22. And yeah, it's just like this. Ooh, this is a very nice looking delivery. So it has like a blue, Jesus Christ, blue fuselage with like gray streaks, and yeah, a very nice looking livery. You got your propeller right there, and then your various like radio antennas, and then your exhaust, and yeah, your landing gears. So this should be a very nice 1/72 scale for all the GA aviation enthusiasts right there. So really nice. That aircraft was registered November 221 Charlie Lima, and yeah, it should be a nice model. That price is $81.95. So that is it for the GeminiJets July 2024 releases. So overall, this is a great set. I love the diversity of the 1/400 side, since we got a mix of retro and modern. And as for the 1/200s, there's some nice varieties. The Pan Am 747 SP is a very nice touch to this release set. Alongside with that, you got the Delta 752, Allegheny, and the Everett Air Cargo. And you got some various international varieties from Europe and Asia, and also Oceania as well, or just mainly Australia. And of course, we got our 1/72 scale right there. So as for the models I'll be getting, so here are the models I'll be getting instantly. Like no doubt, no doubt, I'll be adding that to my wish list. So like not really wish list, adding that to my list. So it'll be this Delta 767-400 colors in motion, and this MD88 and the colors in motion livery. So these two colors in motion aircrafts on Delta Airlines, the 764 and the MD80. But the models I'll be holding off is this FedEx 757-200 SF and this Reno Air ND90. So really nice stuff for my picks for July 2024, and overall this is a really great set for all the US collectors right here. The 767-400, while I would like to get this, I would actually have to diverse my fleet of 764s, since I do have a 2 767-400s of Geminis, both the Delta and the United. So hopefully I can try to get a Panda version and hopefully get that NG United Eagle Blue 764. Following that, this is a good release set from GeminiJets, and if I were to give this release set a rating, I'll say from all the diversities of retro aviation and modern aviation, I would give this a 96%. I think that's a really great diversity. Of course, we're kind of like missing out on South America side, like the South America side of things, but this is still a great release set because of the diversity of retro and modern aviation. So great work, GeminiJets, and I can't wait to see more releases as we continue on for 2024. Once again, we are at the halfway mark of 2024, and GeminiJets is really off to a good start. So that's it for today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.